Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another DIY episode. Today I'm not working on my cars or any car, but I'm going to show you guys how to take care and maintain your AC compressors at home. Yes, I have two right outside the house. Summer is coming. It's beautiful. It's getting nice and warm. So I decided to open them up, clean inside, clean the radiators around, and kind of make them, ready for the summer, because I will be using them. It's very hot here in California around summertime. So if you do live in US, if you do live in California or any other state in this matter, and you're dealing with hot summers, just make sure you take care of these compressors. Some of them are on top of the house, some of them are in the yard or in the backyard or side of the house. If you have access to them, clean them up at least once a year, maybe once every 2 or 3 years. It will really improve the fan speed. It will improve the airflow, and they will last longer. So without further ado, let me show you guys what I have done and what needs to be done, what products I'm using to clean these two compressors out for much better airflow, as I mentioned. Let's go. All right, here are my two AC compressors outside the house. I already took it apart. Basically, very simple to do. I will show you guys, how to do it. Most units are fairly similar. If you do have a compressor, one or two or multiple outside, basically you just need to take the fan out. You don't have to take it out the way I did, but I will show you why I took the fan out, because I'm also going to lubricate the fan for the fan to spin freely. It really helps to improve the motor and the speed or the spinning of the fan. So as you can see, I took it apart, took the fan. There are 4 or 5 screws around. The fan sits on top. There are 4 or 5 screws around, and that's pretty much it. And the fan itself is basically connected to this wiring harness or wire harness right here. Before you do anything, as you can see, safety's first. Before you do anything, make sure you take out the fuses for these compressors, because we are dealing with 220 volt electricity going to the panel. You want to make sure you take these two big gigantic breaker fuses out from the breaker from this box. Each compressor has a separate or single box that it's attached to it. Make sure you take the fuse for every single unit. I took this one out and I have the other one out. Always safety first, take those out. And there's a panel right here. Again, 2 screws. I took this panel out because I wanted to make sure my wiring looks okay, and I also cleaned it up. And what I used to clean up the wiring, I used it's like within cars you use brake fluid. I'm using electrical cleaner, very similar to brake fluid for cars. And I'm also using a brush to get rid of all the dust. Fairly simple process. Make sure you clean all the connectors first, and clean the area, all the spider webs, leaves, whatever you have. Make sure all your connectors are all the way securely inside. Check the screws. Make sure there's nothing loose, and simply just spray. And this is what I do. I just simply spray, make sure the connectors are clean, spray, and it will dry out in just a few seconds. And that's pretty much it. This is to, just taking care of this side, the electrical components. I did the same thing on the other side with the second one. Brushed all the dust out and cleaned up all the wires, connectors. So going inside, as you can see, I vacuumed all the leaves and everything. I cleaned all the inside, very dusty and dirt and a lot of leaves. I took all of them out, vacuumed them all out. So the next step is same as this one. This is your Freon compressor, or the tank for the Freon, and this is your radiator. This is where what they recommend is to clean this section for better airflow. You want much better airflow. You don't want dust and debris and leaves and all that stuff in here. And what I'm going to use for cleaning the inside, the radiator looking, the round thing inside the unit, are these two foaming cleaner radiator spray that I have never used. I have never used these products, so we're gonna put them to the test. Pretty much just spray in and wash later. Okay, English, here we go. Turn off this going to power. That's what we did. Again, turn off this going to power. Take the fuse out and avoid spraying on electrical wires. You don't want to spray on that stuff. Stay away from that stuff. The key is to spray this inside, and again, when you clean it with the hose, wash inside, which I will show you. Stay away from there. Do not want to put water in there. All right, so just gonna wash the bottom of the compressor. Get all the dirt out. There are two little holes at the bottom of these units for it's like a drain hole for water to exit. So okay, so let's try this spray. All we need to do is, I guess, shake it a little bit, spray all over evenly, let us sit there, and let's see what it does. You don't want to put too much pressure on these vents or radiator vents because they're pretty soft. Even if you rinse it at the end, make sure you have a low pressure water, or low water pressure, to wash it a little bit, and that should pretty much do the job. Let's see what this is. Smells pretty good. Okay, we're gonna do the other side. So we're gonna let it sit for 5 minutes. All right, it's been 10 minutes. Honestly, I can't really tell. It's just, I just see foam all over. I don't really see dirt going down at the bottom or anything. Even though I cleared the bottom, I actually washed the bottom just to see if anything kind of drips down or dirt drips down. I don't see anything. So it's like I said, I never use this product, but I'm just gonna wash it off and see what happens. I'm sure, you know, with hosing it off, it's gonna look much nicer, but I don't think this product really did much or did anything at all. But I don't know. Well, let's wash it off and see what happens. Lower the pressure. Try to stay away from the electrical wires, which is right here. It cleans out pretty good with this, with water alone, looks like. I mean, I don't know if the foam spray did anything. I don't think it did, honestly, but much nicer and cleaner than before, of course, but and again, yeah, I don't really see what this, if the foam did anything. Water really cleaned up the inside of this thing. All right, next I'm going to show you guys how to lubricate the fan. Keep in mind, if the fan doesn't spin freely, it's going to put more pressure on the motor, and the more pressure on the motor, you have to replace the motor at some point. It's going to blow up. So what I have used to lubricate the fan is this product. I bought it at Home Depot for $5. 100 to 500 Fahrenheit temperature. It's just an oil, I guess. So the way I do it is let me put the camera so you can see what I'm talking about. All right, so you want to squeeze oil in that where the shaft is, where the fan is attached to that metal rod that's going inside the motor. So there we go, and just simply keep spinning it. We're just going to put this back together and turn on the units, let them run for a few minutes just to make sure they're working. And that's pretty much it. While I'm putting it together, you can see how I disassembled the whole thing. Again, very simple, just a few screws. So okay, all right, so put the fan on simply. You just make sure you want to put the fan in the right position. The cable is going here, and make sure you align everything. Screws, there are a couple of screw holes that should match. It goes in here. This should go inside. There's the hole right there. This should be free. And we have a hole right there. And the side, again, make sure these brackets are going inside. All around should be inside. So there are 5 screws that is holding the fan. Done. Connect the fan cable. This is all cleaned up. Just put the cover on. Well, actually this has to go under. My mistake. I'm going to open these 2 screws, shove this under the fan bracket or frame, and then put this back on. Alrighty. Doing number 2. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have completed this DIY project. I literally spent like 20 bucks on those foam sprays, which I do not recommend them. They didn't do a damn thing. Not that I could see. But overall, I did spend 5 bucks on the oil for the fan and 5 bucks on the spray for cleaning the electrical wires and connectors. Anyhow, I wish you all the best. I hope you stay cool in this hot summer nights or summer days. And please like and subscribe and share. And I will be recording more videos, and I will talk to you later. Have a great day.